for EJ Live, Channel 66, YachtyBox.com, Comcast Cable, with my homie, my man, Steve Crown Royal is in the building.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
What's poppin', good brother?
I got EJ in the building, having a good time at the Sixers game, trying to let people know that the team is on the march. These are not your father's Sixers. Your team, your town.
And we also are here with a large contingent of Bulls fans. And like I said in my last post, I am very shocked and stunned by the large contingent of Bulls fans. Because like that jersey that the brothers wore, I thought that since Jordan retired, there are no more Bulls fans.
It ain't his fault. It ain't his fault.
Explain to us why you are a Bulls fan.
Well, let's swing out here and let's pan and look for your championship banner. Oh, that's right. Y'all only got one. No! Y'all got two.
There's a whole lot of banners up here.
All I see is Flyers banners.
That's two, brother.
We got six. Six. And we also got the greatest of all time.
Can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Name me one Bull before Michael Jordan got there.
Are you serious?
We usually fist pound, we usually high five, we usually tell us a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You already got me changing fist pounds and everything, like we can't even do it.
Man.
You know what I mean? I can't even do it.
Damn! What's the deal? Bootleg Wayne?
Rest in peace, MC Bree.
Rest in peace to MC Bree. Welcome to Sports Enthusiast.
This one of Pac's illest rhymes in this joint.
This was an ill video, too.
Yeah.
A lot of weapons in the video, too. A lot of weapons.
You like a lot of videos with weapons.
Imagery. I just like visual imagery.
Like the EPMD joint with EZE and them in there.
Excuse me?
The EPMD video.
Oh.
NWA in it.
NWA. Yeah, I like a lot of imagery.
They didn't play that too much. They
ain't play this much too. Shout out to the box.
With my finger on the trigger, brother, hand on the 9?
Yeah, 50 cents for a video. You know what I'm saying?
50 cents.
50 cents for a video. 50 cents for a video. Shoebox.
Oh, okay.
Education, children.
My bad.
Let's go to someone else who can give you an education on the finer things in life. Your boy She. Yeah, I said it. Here's the program for today. They're playing the Clippers. It's still Los Angeles, and I heard that particular Los Angeles team has almost as much glamour as the Lakers. Alright, the car service is in check, even though I don't believe the Jaguar is dated, even though it's coming off lease and other normal people. Well, we ordered the Ghost, not the Phantom. The Phantom, I believe, is dated. Okay? Lexus Club is booked and everything is set, sir.
See, man, we gotta make sure we're in this Lexus Club right, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're getting these new cars. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay up to date. There's a lot of people there. We gotta make sure we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you're always popping up on me, huh? Okay, so of course I'm gonna spit y'all one before I go to this game. All right, go see Andre Iguodala, who I personally have beef with. A lot of people know I had beef with him, but before we get into all that, let me get right.
He needs to work on his image, sir. He wants to be a superstar. I don't understand why they pay him superstar money, sir. Sir. Sorry, sir. I haven't said that in a while, sir. Sorry.
Slipping, So let's talk about it. Andre Iguodala comes at the Philadelphia fans. Say we don't care what type of person you are, long as you win a championship. My point, then win a championship. I mean, yeah, Philly fans have their ways. There's certain things you can't do if you're a fan of the other team when you come to Philly. Like, don't take the subway to the game. Why? Because that could be suicide. And made to look like a suicide.
Very dangerous, sir. Very dangerous. Common folk. Common folk.
Do not wear a jersey of the other team. It's like putting a target on your back, and it makes it a lot harder to walk back to your car.
Benedict Arnold, sir. He was a traitor.
Listen, whatever you do, when you get your ticket, do not sit in the cheap seats. Security is very low up there, and it's a long way down. Another thing you don't do, if you come to Philly and you're a fan of the other team, unless you got pom-poms and you on the field, keep cheering to a minimum. We don't like that. You will get hurt and you cannot be the stadium full of people. And last but not least, if you're a fan of the other team and you come to Philly, go to the game and get out of there. Do not go sightseeing. Sightseeing can get you a black eye. Believe it, ask the boys at GMs. But that's things you don't do if you're a fan of the other team when you come to Philly. It's your boy Sheed. Well, yeah, I said it. You can catch me on YouTube at your boy Sheed. Facebook at your boy Sheed. Follow me on Twitter at Don't Trust Chicks. Deuces.
Sir, car service is here, sir. Right outside.
Man.
But they brought a white one instead of a black.
Welcome back to SE Sports Enthusiasm. Sleep. My man Bootleg Wayne. Hey, what's the deal? You back in the hometown food right there.
Brandon's song, baby.
That is the best song ever made. Summertime is when the commercial took. This is their hardest record they ever made. They don't have a lot of hard records, man.
No. What's the joint when Reddy Roxy was like, what track is that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though? You slipping. What's going on? What's up with them sixes, though, baby?
You just said it. Slipping, just like a DMX record.
Man.
Slipping. Got a slippery slope.
Right now, man.
Slippery slope.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now, man. Playoffs is playoff time right now, man. It's very serious. What is it, 10 games left? 8 games left now? Like, this is the pressure point. Pressure bust pipes, man.
The older teams start balling down that stretch, man.
Yeah.
And they getting outplayed.
Yeah, but the Heat, they're not really balling. They're like taking their time. They wait till the playoffs start up. When the playoffs start, they're gonna hit though.
I wouldn't necessarily agree with
You
that.
don't think so?
Now they getting exposed to a certain degree too. The Celtics?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
What they gonna do? How far?
I don't know. Depends on the matchups because the matchups are changing every minute.
Every
Man.
game. That's true. I mean, the Sixers, they can still overtake the Knicks spot, but as far as how far they're going, like the way that they should have been matched up, they should have got out the first round. Right now, they're in the 7 or 8 spot. It's not gonna happen, man.
And that's who the Bulls. But I like them better with
It
the
would be the
Bulls.
Bulls than the Heat.
But I like them better than the Bulls and the Heat, especially. I think Derrick Rose is done for the season.
Yeah, Derrick Rose. I keep telling people, Derrick Rose's career. Mark, when I say this right now, Derrick Rose's career is not going to be as long as it should be because he goes to the bucket so hard. Pause that. But he goes so hard to the bucket, he's going to tear his knees up, man. The way that he goes at the game, he goes so hard at it. I don't see his career being.
He's getting he has
He's going to have to change his game. He got to change his game.
But it's sometimes we just got to forget about it and just play hard. And I'm not going to say pause because forever I say stuff like go hard.
Yeah.
So let's go to your boy Philly Billy. But forget about it.
Okay, so I'm ready to cry about some Sixers, man. I don't know what to do.
Forget about it. Now, being as I'm a loudmouth Italian, I usually yell and scream my points because I like my points, my thoughts to be heard very clearly. And I thought I was when I said Lady, don't get involved with your husband's business. Now, Mrs. Warner said it all fair, and that's what got me going last time. But now, I mean, we got one of the dumbest broads. I mean, seriously? Tom Brady's wife? Like, yo, forget about it, man. Let me explain something to you, okay? Don't talk about other people's jobs or what they do. You want to defend your husband? That's fine. You start ripping other people? Yo, baby girl, you walk down a runway. A lobotomized monkey could do that. All right? I'll be talking about what you think. Oh, my husband can't do this and that. What do you know about procedures and formations and running routes? You know nothing. You know nothing, all right? Let me explain something. Dude, Wes Welker's the best in the business right now. Oh, catching over 100 catches a year. Pro bowler. He's better looking than you. More faithful and reliable, I can say that. And he's the best in the game, all right? You want to run your mouth? Forget about it, okay? Understand me here. You defend your husband, you say what you want, but then when you start ripping the best in the game, because you're trying to stick up and say something for your husband or whatever it is you do. I don't even know what you're doing. You're whack babbling, all right? You're being an idiot. Stay out the business. You stick to your walk 20 feet, turn, and go the other way, all right? Let the men be men and handle their biz on the field. And don't you ever get yourself involved in business that ain't yours, especially when it's about people, you know, who are getting crushed, banged, bruised, and mangled for catching that ball. That's why your husband don't catch it. He don't want to take that hit. He throws it. Next time you want to run your mouth, forget about it. You understand me? It's your man, Philly Billy, telling you all on the sideline, shut up.
My God, it's been a Tony Bruno signing.
What's in the box?
Live. There's been a Tony Bruno signing. And Mr. Bruno, I have beef with you.
What's the problem, man?
Because I am the politically persecuted EJ, and you badmouthed our WrestleMania show last year. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
The legend, Tony Bruno, live, 97.5, on air.
Six is kicking some bull's ass, baby.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Tony Bruno in the house, 97.5. Nick Cale's God. Nick Cale's guy, Tony Bruno.
Nick Cale's guy, yeah. Now, you didn't go to WrestleMania, did you really?
We did a WrestleMania show. We did a WrestleMania show last year. You was badmouthing me, Phil and Nick, because we did a WrestleMania show. And you know as well as I do that wrestling gets more talk on sports radio than hockey.
Right, you're right about that. You're right about that, boy.
Mr. Bruno, what were your impressions of Andy Reid's press conference?
I thought it was brilliant. He said everything I needed to hear. I think he should get another 4 or 5 years because I think he's the man to bring the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl.
That's Tony Bruno being sarcastic live in Stephen Danzy's suite.
May I lead you into the breed of evil. In the past, walkies and stories I read.
So he broke down how the youth follow the old heads. Oh my God! What goes around comes around. Life go in cycles. The way Bobby Brown just amping like Michael. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to Sports Enthusiasm. Bootleg Wayne here. We're at Rand's crib. Rand's never around. No. People just disrespected. You know, I don't partake in these things, you know. What's up? I will write on his... What's up, baby? What's going on, man?
Man, I'm just playing some music right
Yeah, that's the original version.
Original music.
Because he made another version when he put out the 10th anniversary of Illmatic.
Yeah.
A lot of people consider
because he changed the
albums
car,
of all time.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the greatest. We got to take it back to my man, Dr. Fever from DMA. You know, from the blog. You knew you grew up in hip-hop when. And we're in the second round of the East Coast bracket.
I've been waiting for this.
You been waiting for this?
Yeah, this is my joint right here, man. I like going.
He's trying to get my code.
Oh, man.
You can't get my code, even though it's a simple code. But we want to spark it off.
Where we at?
We at Run DMC, the first seed versus the 9th seed, De La Soul.
Gotta
Run
be Run.
The biggest impact ever in the game.
Gotta be Run because of the impact. De La had a lot going on. They did a lot. But it got to be Run because of the impact.
EPMD versus Public Enemy.
Public Enemy. That's tough. We talking about impact.
I want to say EPMD is the greatest duo of all time. New school duo.
Say it again. Say it again.
I want to say that EPMD is the greatest duo of all time after Run DMC. Because you got to go Run DMC.
I want to say that too. And how many albums did
There's
EPMD
no
had?
NWA without Public Enemy.
But I got to say, Public Enemy for their social conscience.
Public Enemy's impact was national.
Even with movies and Spike.
They had a 30-minute special on MTV at 5 o'clock in the afternoon for by the time I get to Arizona. This is a different level of music.
Okay.
Can I be real? I don't know if EPMD can say this. I know personally for a fact that there's many people who stopped snorting and smoking cocaine based on Public Enemy. Chuck D made them.
There you go.
Chesamar,
Furious
and
5.
Coltrane. I'm sorry.
Furious 5 versus A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe.
Tribe
Called Quest.
I'll take Tribe.
I hate to say it.
Mobb Deep versus the Jungle Brothers.
Mobb Deep.
Jungle Brothers was tough though.
They was tough, but they was a little limited. How you doing?
Once again, we gotta go Impact.
How you doing? Gotta go Impact. Since we're gonna go to Impact, we're gonna go to this guy. It's gonna be Magic. Because he's gonna appear. I know he's here, but act like you don't see him right now. So we're gonna go to your boy EJ. For politics as usual. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Chief Rocker, a.k.a. EJ, coming at you live with another episode of Politics as Usual. When politics, sports, finance all come together in a big ball of greed, frustration, and confusion. And as you can see by my gear here, I got the little 2009 World Series Ryan Howard jersey. And Ryan Howard is an African-American superstar, but the Phillies do not have a great history with African-American superstars. We're going to take it back to the first African-American superstar in any sport. They honored him yesterday. Civil rights activist, first African-American baseball player, Brooklyn Dodger Jackie Robinson. April 21st, 1947, Branch Rickey, the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers, shocks the world and sets the civil rights movement on its ear by bringing up an African-American player. In them days, they were known as colors. Jackie Robinson comes in, and the team who was the most hateful and spiteful in their treatment of him was yours fighting Philadelphia Phillies. Manager Ben Chapman ordered his pitchers, 3-0 count. Hey, don't walk the beanie. He ordered his pitchers to bean this man. And if you don't know what beaning is, that means when a pitcher takes the baseball and hums it about 100 miles an hour, intentionally trying to hit you in your head. And at this time, they did not have batting helmets. Can you imagine? Ben Chapman, Philadelphia Phillies, trying to bean Jackie Robinson. And the Phillies did not sign their first African-American baseball player until 1957. 1957, people. John Kennedy was his name. And what do Frank Robinson, Roberto Clemente, Jackie Robinson, Willie Mays, and Willie McCovey all have in common besides being Hall of Fame players? They're all African-American players who the Phillies could have had if they were aggressive in pursuing minorities. So it's amazing that when you go down to that big ballpark, 45,000 strong, you had Xfinity Live, Let's Go Phillies, all that, and all the black players they have now. Remember the history that they come from. And remember, that's why people like my dad and African-American men in their 70s and 80s hate the Phillies and would never in their life root for them. I am a traitor to my father because I love the Phillies. And this is your boy EJ. Politics as usual. Sports, politics, economics, and today, civil rights. Hit them hard, Jackie! Run, Jackie, run! Run, Jackie, run!
Smoke on the mic, let's smoke with Joe Frazier. Yeah, welcome back to Sports Enthusiasm. You know how we do it at Rams.
There's a lot more energy right there.
We tear it out, because that music got me going, baby.
It was a whole different show. It was a whole different show we were just watching just now. How did that happen?
Magic, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They were rookies in the game when they came out.
And we was talking about Wu battling somebody else though?
Wu-Tang versus NWA. That's the big thing going on online.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Listen, I don't do dual promotion.
We'll get to that.
I don't know who licenses this Radio Shack microphone. I know this is a Viking Life Yachty Box production. This might be licensed out to someone else, man. So don't you trying to get me on the street.
Other people use this joint?
Look at it.
They use this one?
I don't know, man.
The Doc Cornelius too.
But yo, that's one of those rookies in the game. You got the big rookies in football coming out.
Yeah, the draft coming up.
Got Andrew Luck, you got RG3. Who you like?
Hey man, look, everybody talking about
it's
this.
It's funny how the guy with the athleticism always. But they, you got people. A lot of people on ESPN are saying, RG3 is the most amazing thing they ever said. It's like Michael Vick with accuracy on steroids. Please back up, please. Why do I have to say that every week? Who is behind the camera?
I don't know.
Is it Magic?
I don't know.
Johnson. Other people don't get light, man. Other schools don't get light. Other divisions don't get light. Like D2
like the smaller schools?
Yeah, like these D2 divisions.
Yeah, the smaller schools.
Like Bloomsburg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, we got a guest.
Somebody about to break in the door.
Somebody like Robbie. Oh, all right. Hey, we ain't got no money behind the bar.
Okay, what you say, man? That's not my
We
name.
ain't got no money behind the bar. The GMFB Boys is in the building.
What's going on?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Got my man Fonz. We got Face.
What's up?
We got Ice.
How you doing, man?
Daddy Box family.
What's going on? GMFB Boys over here. Bull Fonz over here.
Daddy Box family. They do a radio show.
Babyface.
These are also ex-athletes.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir,
saying?
yes, sir.
So you guys, I know a portion of the group. First of all, come to the bar. Make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Excuse me, back up whoever you are behind the camera. Back up.
Get some room.
Yeah.
Get some room.
So I know some of you played college football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So both of y'all played college. So where did you play?
Wellsburg. We play at Bercy.
Hey, I happened to pass by that town when I was just headed out to the mountains for my Easter vacation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on up there?
I mean,
How did you end up there?
Number one, it's a great party. It's like a party school. Number one in the top 10, but also in sports, it's been usually ranked in the nation in football.
So let's go back to the party. How did you think you can compete with Lincoln University?
Yeah.
Bootleg, what's up?
Because I think Dell State got the title.
Del State. I mean, I partied at Del State. I partied at Lincoln.
So you made some road trips.
So you know what I mean?
I never made the Bloomsburg. Did you make the Bloomsburg road
You gotta
trip?
make the road trip.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't make the Bloomsburg,
I don't know. So educate
I never
me.
made
that's why you still think Del State.
So how was it when you went to Del State? But see, you guys are a little younger, so I know it's kind of totally different.
Del State was popping. My bull played on the football team.
Did three people die
Oh yeah,
at the party? That was a hot party when we went there. People was getting rolled through windows with a carrot. Del State, yeah.
I didn't make it in because by the time I got there, all the windows were busted out.
That's over. Yeah.
It was like that, huh?
It was wild.
They got it in. On the floor.
All right, so y'all went there, y'all played football. What's your position?
When I was much bigger, I was a defensive end, actually.
Defensive end.
I played safety.
Safety.
Defense.
All right, so
defense all the way.
so tell us about your experience.
I mean, 2-year starter, all conference. You know what I mean? Just got it
Statistics.
popping. Yeah, that's what I do.
Statistics. You got some statistics.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't up there like that, but
Yeah, the other statistics. You was, statistics with the females.
Oh yeah. He was a, you know what I mean? Knock people's helmets off. You know what I mean? I was an entertainer on and off the field. You know what I mean? A lot of people. I was very entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? Had my own fan base.
So people not familiar with Bloomsburg, is that considered a historically black university, or was that just a? Is it
It's kind of the opposite. It's the opposite. Very opposite. Now, Bloomsburg, it's definitely it's mixed, but it's a lot of Caucasians up in there.
Okay.
But then again, we went there. We went there definitely for the sports. Like again, it's a very, very, very good sports team. We're always ranked in the nation.
Right,
Last time we was ranked second in the nation.
Oh, that's what's up. So let's take some of my man Ice. We're gonna talk about what y'all doing right now.
Yes, sir.
And the things y'all have planned for the future.
Right now, it's GMFB Radio, 9 p.m. Eastern. YachtyBox.com.
Shout out to SE pushing that time back.
Yeah, that's right. It's all good. It's all good.
About to drop the mixtape April 18th.
Yep.
VIP, Victory is Patience.
That's right.
Where can I get that joint at?
That piff.
April 18. Now this is a group, or
Yeah.
this is okay.
So y'all gonna drop the group first,
yes.
and y'all gonna splinter out, right?
Yep.
Shout out to Wu-Tang once again, the blueprint for that.
That's what we do, man. But like, definitely check our mixtape out. It's 18 tracks of fire, straight fire. You know what I mean? And we got a lot more moves that we're gonna be doing, especially in the summertime. Shout out to the whole Yachty Box. Shout out to SE. Shout out to Random Man.
Something about what the show entails and what goes on the show. About the guests, what you guys discuss.
All right.
Let's get through that.
YachtyBox.com. Definitely a radio show for a lot of upcoming artists, as well as some type of mainstream artists as well. We had so many people on the show. CJ Hilton. We had let's see, Reef the Lost Cause. We had let's see, D1. We had, let's see, Reekin Bull.
So you guys generally deal with musicians, or you talk about general topics?
We talk about general topics, anything that's up and coming for that week. You know what I mean? Once a week. Like a lot of music, but you know, anything that's trending.
It's like being on the yard at campus, whatever's popping. You know what I mean?
And it's popping, that's trending.
Alright, yo, GMFB Boys.
That's right.
Sports Enthusiasm. Rand's crib with all these microphones. I don't know why the mics are up. You know what I'm saying? Bootleg Wayne, the dude behind the camera. See y'all next week, man. I guess we can go to Sneaker Fiend. That's my son. 1989 is the number. Another summer. Guns N' Roses' Appetite for the Destruction shot to the top of the charts. Unfinished Business by EPMD. So what you saying? Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. To stop the violence movement, Philadelphia led the nation in murders. Minister Louis Farrakhan had to come out to Philly to give his word and advice, try to tell them to uplift the people. Then something else dropped in 1989. The Air Jordan 4. Now, most of you remember this because this is the shoe that Jordan had on when he had his first big game-winning shot against the Cleveland Cavaliers, which advanced him to the second round of the playoffs. This is another Tinker Hatfield design. Sneaker Fiends, you've been following me. Tinker is the one with the magic touch. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of new concepts he introduced in the shoe. Started off with the strap, because as you remember, early in Jordan's career, he broke his foot. And he was rolling his ankle a lot. So they started with the straps. This was something new. The air sole unit was throughout. Then the white cement and black version had an interesting paint concept, which they nicknamed Cookies and Cream, but that gave you a cement-looking coating over the lower area. For all sneaker fiends, you know we hated that, because if someone stepped on your shoe, it totally scuffed this area. And we're going to take you to Do the Right Thing with the very famous scene, because Spike Lee worked with Michael Jordan on the previous shoe and the Air Jordan 4. With this one, it was like can, that particular commercial. So he featured the shoe that Mookie wore in Brooklyn in Do the Right Thing, and that was a racially charged movie about relations between Italians and blacks in Brooklyn. And a character, I think his name was Bugging Out, used to wear his white cement Jordans, and a guy came past on a bike with a Boston Celtics jersey. At that time, the Celtics was considered the arch enemy. That's before the Celtics probably got the blackest team in the league now. But back then, they were always considered the arch enemy. He stepped on the shoe. He said, man, you just stepped on my brand new white Air Jordans. The words, excuse me. He said, why don't you go back to Boston? He was like, I'm from Brooklyn. Oh! So they know it. So that was the famous scene with this shoe over here. This is the first shoe to create the craze with the retros. They brought it back in 1999. Prior to that, the other retros didn't do well. We talked about that. The 1, 2, and 3 didn't do well. This one sold out and went crazy. Sold out in hours. Then the people at Nike, you know, the light bulb went off in their head. Then you started getting the retros, all the different shoes and things like that. You know, also that year, Bush Sr. came in. It was a whole lot of politically charged environment. But this shoe was always a staple in 1989. The new one is very shady. As you see, I got the real deal with Nike. The new one, the colors are off. Got the flight symbol in the back and a lot of other things, man. But it's your boy Sleep. This is Sneaker Fiend. Always remember to do the right thing. And don't ever step on my brand new white Air Jordans that I just bought. The word is excuse me.
Yo, man, why ain't got no pictures of black people on the wall, man? Come on, man. Give me a slice of pizza. How much was like?
Like when Jordan existed, they didn't know who the Chicago Bulls was. And the argument goes on. In the street, here, live at the Wells Fargo Center, it's your boy